jellyfish, most of us think of stings. Painful stings. Life-threatening stings. Stings that put people on life support. Like this full-grown irukandji specimen that I have in this vial. While many jellyfish are threatening our lives, many other jellyfish are threatening livelihoods. When jellyfish occur in swarms, we call these a bloom, like a bloom of flowers. Jellyfish bloom as a normal part of their life cycle, but they also bloom in response to changing ocean conditions. And they cause a lot of problems for industry, like these jellyfish causing problems for fisheries in China, or these jellyfish causing problems for fisheries in Norway, or these jellyfish that got sucked into the intake pipes for cooling for a nuclear power plant in Israel. And this required an emergency shutdown, which is both costly and potentially dangerous. And it happens more often than you'd think it would. It also happens for coal-fired power plants, desalination plants, data centers, and ships. Around Australia, jellyfish blooms are costing our industries a lot of money, and it happens all around the world. It's costing hundreds of millions of dollars in many, many, many places. Every industry that's got aquatic work in aquatic ecosystems is having problems with jellyfish. And it's only getting worse. This figure is from a 2012 peer-reviewed paper where they looked at the increasing and decreasing jellyfish populations. 2/3 of the areas studied had an increasing trend. 1/3 was stable, and only 7% in the blue had decreasing jellyfish populations. In addition to jellyfish causing problems for lives and livelihoods, there's also harmful algal blooms. We call these HABs, and these are billions and billions of microscopic single-celled algae that cluster into massive blooms, like this one in China. Or like this one that's, the red tide in the previous slide, or a green tide in this case. They cause a lot of problems for fish. Typically, they kill fish. Like this fish kill in Brazil, or this fish kill in Norway, or this fish kill in the United States. You get the idea. Harmful algal blooms occur in many different types and everywhere around the world that's got aquatic ecosystems. This map is of the US, but the same sort of arrangement could be said for anywhere around the world. And like jellyfish blooms, they're very expensive. And they're on the increase. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the best. So I'd like to create a risk assessment and a management framework for jellyfish blooms and harmful algal blooms around the world. I'll take off-the-shelf sensor systems and combine it with atmospheric and meteorological data that's already in existence, and combine that with what we already know about jellyfish blooms and harmful algal blooms and what causes them to bloom, and process that with machine learning and teach it to recognize patterns and put that into a user-friendly way that industries can interact with that. Mitigations are already in use, but typically they occur during a crisis or after a crisis. With this, we'll actually be able to be proactive about these mitigation activities. We're seeking investors. CSIRO has the expertise, and it's a multi-billion-dollar international market with growth potential that's nearly unlimited. Thank you.